Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of the Spicy Waitress Diaries. Today on our Christmas edition, we have Porcha and Roxy. So welcome to the podcast, guys, and Merry Christmas!
This is our last podcast for the year, and we thought we'd do a Christmas one. So we're going to ask these girls just about their year, best jobs, funniest jobs, highlights, all that. So let's get into it. Hi, Portia. I've been in the industry for 8 years. I've been clubs, privates, and I've been with NB for about, I want to say 2 years.
Yeah.
I'm going to say 2 years. Yeah.
So you just do topless waitressing?
Topless waitressing in Melbourne, and then some club work too, but mainly exclusively privates.
Yeah. Amazing. And Roxy? Hi, I'm Roxy. Started stripping when I was in high school. Sorry, it's been a long journey. I knew I wanted to strip at 14 years old, which is a very odd thing to say, but I swear I had a normal upbringing. My parents are cool. It's not like a trauma thing, but yeah, I just knew that there was a lot of money in the industry. So when I turned 18, I started stripping and then moved to Brisbane and then moved to Melbourne 2 years ago. But I've been in the clubs for the last 6 years. Yeah, and then doing privates now for the last 3 months.
Yeah. How did you start stripping in school underage?
Nobody knew. Only my mum knew and one of my friends knew.
Did you use a fake ID or something?
No, I was 18. I started very September and didn't graduate till November. But when she was 14, she just wanted something.
She's only in scarce. I started doing pole lessons at 17, buying lingerie, buying stripper heels. I was fully misread at it, Portia, fake dairy. Clock hit midnight and I was at the front of the strip club.
Trista.
And are you now? How many years?
I'm 25 now, so it's been 7 years. But I have a year off as well, though, because I was in a relationship. So technically 6 years overall.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and you started with us, only 3 months ago. Yeah, and I think since then you've been one of our most requested. Every guy is like, oh no, Roxy back. I think you've gone to stop paying the next straight after each other now, but it's good.
Oh, yeah, I'm really glad to hear that. Thank you. But yeah, all your jobs are amazing.
I was at it, yeah, literally. I don't think I've ever been to it myself. I was saying that, I'd never been to a job where I'd been get me the fuck out of here. I've never been to a job where I'm I feel unsafe.
Yeah.
I've never been to a job where I'm looking at my watch, trying to count down the hours of how long I've got left.
Oh, good.
The license.
So you're already calling it on to be. Yeah, every time you guys post a job, I'm yes! But that I started to go, don't you guys really handpick your clients so y'all, in every job that you go to. And it is so high-end.
It's when you have from quality girls, you get the good quality client. Yeah, it's you attract what you are. But you've had some funny jobs throughout the year as well. Portia, you've had some funny ones with us.
I have.
God, I think what I want to say was Jan. And I went to this job a few doors down from where I used to live. So I was slate. I knew who they were and everything when I got there. It was good. And I was there for a few hours and they were really, really, really good group. And I was let's do a show, but while they're perfect, whatever. And I was going around here, money for the show, the money you get, the more money I get. And this guy that I had been talking to went inside, he's I'm going to go get some money. And I didn't think he was that drunk. I thought he was still okay at that point. And I don't know what time it was. It started to get dark. And I was outside and he's I got them running. He's got the money. I'm oh, cool, perfect. And I was we were sort of looking at him why are you coming this way? And the door was on the other side of the house, it was the outdoor area. And he was literally walking. He just went straight into the glass. And I was we were just stood there. We were he literally hit the glass, money still in his hand, fell to the floor. And he's on the floor and he got up, he goes, and just
Shadow?
No, the glass didn't shatter. It was the glass. It was proper doors. And I was the fuck? And I'm we just all looked at each other and we started hysterically laughing. It was so funny. I was into the and that's literally what it was. But it was it was one of those ones I feel you had to be there to see it to laugh. And I was oh, I don't want to laugh. I feel a bit bad, but I was also where ticket? But I was still. We were so confused. We're why is he walking? And he's running. And I got the money. And I don't I pay. And then just straight. And I was oh my God. Jesus. Like he hit the deck real hard too, but he was a good sport. Like I still got a mace on. So okay, yeah, I'm behind the glass doors before it happens. Okay, things see through. Do you know what? Lay in the glass doors. So if you lay in it, then you clean. Swatch him up a bit.
The show cheered him up though, at least.
It did. It was really, really good. It was really funny. He did get like a little bit of compensation for going into the glass. I was like, oh, I'm going to treat you miles out. Got well treated. It was good. They were a good group. So you do shows? I do shows, yes. So I started doing them just as a showgirl in the club.
Yeah.
And then when I started doing privates, I was just doing privates, like just waitressing for a little bit, just sort of to, you know, I don't know, like get used to it and like get comfortable. And then, yeah, I started doing shows. And I don't know, I feel like obviously club shows and private shows are so different. But I don't know, there's just some sort of like satisfaction for me that I get out of doing shows for like bucks and for everything, whatever it is. And like, I don't know, I feel like even if sometimes you go into a job and everyone's a bit like, whatever, they're a bit like, no, why you on, or whatever it is, I feel like it always loosens them up. And it's always, yeah, I feel like if you do a show afterwards, it's going to benefit you and it's going to benefit the other girls because you're like, okay, yeah, which is fun.
Yeah.
Like, you know, let's do it. So
It like sets a good agenda.
yeah, it does.
At a private, it's more personal. Like you're with the small group. At a club,
Yeah.
you're on the pole.
Yeah, it's very show. Like it's not as interactive. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. And it's always fun taking the piss out of people that don't want the piss taken out of them. And you always go to like their friends, you go, it's like, you're okay with doing this? Like, and they're like, they look at you like, I didn't know this was an option. This is great. My favourite part is when I go around with the dog bowl. Georgia and I, one of my girlfriends, Georgia and I, we do a lot of double shows, and we're renowned for the dog bowl. Wow. Yeah, they love it. Yeah. So the dog bowl is we get a belt off someone if they've got a belt. Otherwise, we just use whatever is on hand. Mainly, they've always got a belt. And we get whoever we're humiliating, not always the buck, because sometimes they're a bit boring. And we get them around like a dog on, you know, with the belt, walking them around, and we're like, whoa, he's a good boy. Like, he likes it. When we walk around, he likes it, would scratch on the bum. And then we've got a dog bowl. So we ask everyone to put whatever they're drinking into the dog bowl. We walk around, and everyone's got to do it. Like, everyone has to put stuff in the dog bowl. And, seriously, the amount of shit I've seen go into that bowl, I'm like, I would rather play traffic than drink whatever is in that. Oh, God. Rank. Like, sometimes it's rank. And then when we go around, then we force the buck to drink it. Yeah, the whole thing. If they drink it all, they get rewarded. If they don't drink it all, it's okay, boring. Someone else is going to get it, or keep going until you get it. So sometimes people are a bit like, I don't want that. That's embarrassing. But if they're good sports about it, which normally they are, I would say like 9 times out of 10 they are. I don't know, it's just funny, and they literally lap it up like it's bucket collection.
Yes, yeah. But there's like a reason why guys will literally always like relate back to that one bucks night. Like, yeah, like they're gonna be talking about this bucks night for fucking years on end.
Yes.
And it's true because these showgirls are doing shit like that.
Exactly.
You humiliated on your bar.
But yeah, and I think it also comes down to like the training that, you know, you guys put into training showgirls. Like for me, I already had an idea of what was going on when it came to private shows, but I think the quality in which you train your showgirls and you train your girls, it's not we're doing the same show, we're just calling it something else, or it's always the same thing, it's boring, whatever. It's always different, and I guess it's always going to be different per sort of job you go to, because not everyone's going to want the same thing or whatever. You just got to vibe it out. You guys put a lot of time and effort into your quality of service, which I feel like a lot of, I'm not going to say agencies, but I feel like a lot of the waitresses sort of don't do. They just, yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're all there for the money, but it's going to benefit you if you give them an experience that they're not going to forget, and they're going to be like, okay,
100.
I'm going to get her back.
We had a chat this year about it, like upping the prices of the shows for the girls, because you need to be a proper show girl.
Yeah, we've done it.
Because we are just, people would go, I can do a show, and they've just gone up there, and it just kind of, it's taking the piss out of the Axel show girls. This one girl that worked for us, I didn't show train her. I'm not fighting this.
But she claimed that she could do a show and like it wasn't pre-organized. So she was already at the booking working topless. And then she's like, oh, I can do a show for the boys. They really want one. And one of our other workers was telling us that she, in her show, just like sat him down and had a cigarette the whole time while she was doing her show. And like, it was a dominatrix show. So she was like ashing on him and like putting the cigarette, like burning it out into him and shit. Like,
It was fun. And when she was trying to be all sexy with the smoke, and it was just like crackhead energy. And she just was not doing the move sexy. It's like when you've got nothing on you and you're just improvising.
I feel like that's where it puts a damper on other showgirls, like girls that have been trained for years, girls that they do it consistently every week. And it's like, no offense, if you can't do a show, just say you can't do it. Just say no, because it's awkward for you. It's awkward for the customer. They're going to crack the shits that they're paid. They're like, what have I just paid for? And also gives showgirls a bad name that actually thrive on doing shows. And you get all doing shows. Like, I love it. Like, I used to pop out so many shows. It was a joke. And I think that's sort of where it gives us a bad name. Like, if a customer is paying the money for a show, which show prices reflect what you get. They reflect the experience. Like, they're a great investment into the night. I feel they are. Trust me, yeah. And I feel like if you're sort of taking the piss a bit, which unfortunately a lot of girls do, and I also see it, it's just like, it affects you, it affects your work going forward, and also affects the night. Like, they're going to be like, why am I going to pay for another dance now? And why am I going to do that? Like,
you need to remember that it's $1 night for them. They need to make sure it goes well.
yeah.
And if you've just gone, oh, I really want to make money, and not really thought about their experience and what they're going to remember the night as, it's just selfish.
Yeah.
Remember that you're there to entertain.
Yeah. And you are there to be a service. It's a customer service role. If you can't do that, then don't get them to pay for it.
And all all our girls do lap dances. So Roxy, you do lap dances with people. So that shows, though.
I haven't done a show yet.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd be great at shows. It would be funny, but as you said, like, there's obviously a lot of skill involved. So at the beginning, I feel a bit rusty, and I'd rather someone like you do it, and then I can just do lap dances.
I feel like it's also good if you're getting to shows to sell it as a double or go with someone. Like, I do a lot of double shows with Georgia. So when she's been in the industry for a long time, I'm not saying you're old because I know you're going to watch this. You're not old. I'm just saying you're well experienced. Like, I started doing a lot of shows with her at the start. Like, she would sort of take the lead, but I, would obviously be doing the show. But it's good if you haven't done them on your own before. It's good to get experience with someone else that is so experienced and really does take it seriously as well. Like, they're there to help you as well. So I think it's nice, like, doing it with someone and watch. Like, if you're at a job and you're interested in getting into shows and there's a girl doing a show, watch. Like, take notes or ask for training. Like, you guys offer a lot of training, which is really great. And you also give like breakdowns as to what's expected, which is really good, because some girls go, I don't know, and that's where everything starts to look the same, just with a different title.
Yeah, and do your own spin on it, make it your own.
Exactly.
And run us through your lap dance.
I'm very good at with the girlfriend experience, like making them fall in love with me and then spending like all night with that one customer.
Yeah.
Or it depends what mood I'm in. Like, sometimes I'm in that mood. Sometimes I just want to go around the group and just like give a hot, sexy dance to everyone and then get my money that way. But every night's different. And also, like, it depends on if they're making me comfortable. If a guy's being really sleazy, I'm going to give them a mediocre dance. But if they're like making me comfortable, I'm going to give them a good experience. So every dance is different. But yeah, just like being really sensual and sexy, that's my vibe.
Mm-hmm. And with the girlfriend experience, you say that, what's your sort of, do you have like a method?
Just like intense eye contact, like really slowly, like give them this fantasy, that sort of thing. Yeah, so I'm not like the kind of dancer to like do backflips or anything like that. Like, I want to really like look into your soul and
Like a really,
that's my unleash. Yeah.
love essential.
That's what I feel like a dance should be. Like, it should be like transmissive.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of girls can't do that either.
Yeah.
Like, for you to be able to do that, like, when I first started, I struggled keeping eye contact. I was like, oh my God, don't look at me. Like, just... But I think once you nail it and you're consistently good at it, like, you're very well respected in the industry for a reason. Like, you do a great job. So I feel like if you can do it well and do it properly, that's where you're going to capitalize. And exactly, that's what it should be.
Yeah. And it's
like, you got to put your boundaries down to like get to that point. So yes, being super sleazy, like I'm not being able to connect with you in that level. So yeah, in that way, I'll be like doing my thing, not really thinking about it. But the ones that I do make the most money off, like they're the ones that I really connect with.
Yeah, you have to have your wits about your jobs as well. Who's really dry, who's messy, who's going to show up on my ballot. Our story was one of the girls, and there was someone.
What would you say, like, in a night, like the average if you're going to work 2 hours, 3 hours, like how many lap dances are you getting? Because obviously, like, you guys get paid by the hour, but the way you guys make money is the $150 lap dances.
In privates, the most I made was nearly $600, and that was through you guys. And it was mainly just guys tipping and booking dances back to back.
Yeah.
It's like I'd be in a dance and their friend would walk past and tip me to like give it like all I've got kind of thing. So yeah, you're on the alley rate, you're getting tips, you're getting back to back dances. But yeah, dances is where you make your most money because the hourly rate's not much. You don't want to leave just on the hourly rate. That's like a disappointing job, right?
Yeah.
We can all agree on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's the most you've made in one night? Yeah.
It was actually, it's really funny because it was the last job I did in Feb this year, and it was the one that the guy ran into the window. So there was me, there was 2 other girls there. I think we only booked for like a few hours at the start, and they just kept extending. I was there for, I think it was 7 hours. Yeah, it was a long time, but they started early, so it was sort of good. I think I was done by like 1 o'clock or 2 in the morning.
Oh, good.
And they were the same. There was quite a few of them there. There was like 25, and they were just back to back to back. Like I was coming out of the room and going back in. I was just like, woof, lie down, let's go.
You just did a bit of a break.
Yeah, I also think it was because one of the other girls that was there was only 2 of us that were doing dances, and the other girl just sat outside talking to them the whole night. I was like, oh, like, I feel so bad for you. I bet the most I made, which was that night, was just over 7.
Oh, 7 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, tango.
You know, like you said, if you can connect with the client or the customer, whatever it is. But for me, I was like, it was literally like 4 different guys that were just on like repeat. It was like, go out, high five, let's go back in.
Yeah.
It was like a nuts. And the same thing, like they were tipping and stuff as well. And I did do a show in that as well. But yeah, I reckon for about 5 hours, I was consistently doing lap dances. Like at the end, they did want me to stay for another hour, but I was like, I am fucked. Yeah. Like what we were talking about before, my body was aching. It was hot. I was like, I'm knackered. Love you guys. Thank you so much. Adios. Like I was like at my wit's end. Like it was a lot of work, especially for just me and the other girl. But the other girl was the exact same as me. She did do a show, but we were in dances together consistently the whole night.
Yeah. So yeah, for your adult get exhausting.
Yeah. And what's your like average sort of job?
Like money-wise?
Well, like group-wise, money-wise, how long you guys actually work for, how many dances you do?
Every job's so different.
Yeah.
When I was at the club, it was way more predictable to like be able to forecast what I was going to earn for the week. But since doing private, it's so unpredictable. You don't know if they're going to want to extend. You don't know if they're going to want dances. You don't know if they're going to be tipping you. Every job is so different.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you always want to aim to make at least $1,000 wherever you go. But that depends. It could be like a 2-hour booking and then you go home and you do your things. If it's at least 4 hours, yeah, minimum $1,000. I was at a job last week where I was in a bed for 2 hours. I was so confused because he wanted me. The house guy? Yeah, it all clicked to me after you asked that question on Tuesday. Yeah. But I came back the following day. But he had 4 girls and then it for 2 guys. So after our 2 hours was up, we went home, but then I came back the following night and I was there for like 4 hours, I think.
Yeah, it was out as well that you were with your girlfriend and you're like, can we see him, send us both our collages, and then you say, it was so much for doing that. No, that was good. It's good that you said it as well because we got another go on.
Yeah, but it's also good for the girls and for the client.
Yeah.
And also good for you guys. Like, it's good all around. Yeah. Because if you've got a friend there that you work with, which is why a lot of girls work in pairs or whatever it is, the vibes are going to be higher. It's like, I love working with girls that I know because it's always, I know, all right, this is going to be a good job.
Yeah.
So true.
And like, there's nothing wrong with going to jobs and working with girls that you don't know. But if you know them, you've worked with them before, and especially if you're with like a close mate, I find they're the best nights always because you work together.
So obviously you guys have had some great jobs. What about some negatives of working?
Was you talking about negative stuff in general working or like stuff that's happened at negative jobs?
Either or, bit of both. Whatever pops into your mind when you think of
Girls' clients.
I'll do one of each. So I'll do about working with other girls. I'm not going to like say one particular job where someone's done something wrong because I'm not going to like out someone like that. But I think it's when girls are consistently doing the wrong thing or they're putting other dancers in danger. Knowing other girls, saying things they shouldn't be saying, that has huge consequences. For me, I'll use an example. I have had a girl or multiple girls, and God, it's such fuck, it still pisses me off to this day, have like divulged who I thought were friends, my personal information to a client.
yeah.
And the client ended up finding out, well, they told him my real name. He found out my real name. He Googled my ABN from my real name, and he found my home address. Because, yeah, you have to be really careful because that can happen depending on where your ABN's registered to. And I had stuff showing up to my house consistently, and I was like, what the fuck is going on?
What kind of stuff was shot?
I had, like, Uber Eats stuff, like, nothing crazy. It was like, oh, I'm just doing this to help. But I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, where is this stuff coming from? And I ended up getting 150 red roses sent to my house. It was at, like, 9:30 at night. And I had a very strong security system at my old house. I obviously like lived alone and stuff. So that was like major for me. And I was like, who the fuck is trying to get through my gate at 9:30 at night? And I couldn't see the person because it was just like behind this massive thing of flowers. Anyway, I took the flowers and I opened the card and it was from the client. And then there was a teddy bear with it. And it was an I love you teddy bear. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh my God. And then on the card, it had the name or the initial of the client that it was from. And for a long time, I was like, okay, how the fuck has this person found out where I live? Like, I'm not going to go into too many details because I'm going to protect that person's privacy as much as I don't want to, but I will. And yeah, it actually still like bamboozles me, like, to this day. It's still pretty, because there's still stuff that's like sort of ongoing from it. But I ended up finding out a few months later. I was working, like, trying to work out how the fuck has this person found all this stuff out. And yeah, I ended up finding out through other girls in the industry that these girls had been doing it for quite some months. And I had no idea. Like, for months this stuff was going on and I was like, what the fuck's going on? Like, this is just getting crazy. And yeah, then I had confirmation from a few girls that this was how this customer was finding stuff. I had my phone checked as well because this person knew stuff about me and my personal life that I was like, there's no way this person like hasn't gone through my phone or is not being told this stuff. And a lot of it was untrue, but I was like, this is just wild. And I had like logins to my phone that weren't from me. Oh, wow. Yeah, it was real bad. It got real bad. And unfortunately, that whole thing turned very, very, very sour.
So he was sort of like in love with you, and like, was he trying to intimidate you by hacking into your stuff and sending you stuff?
No, he was like genuinely in love with me.
Okay.
But obviously I wasn't, and it was it's hard being in the industry because you have to keep up a level of fantasy. But when, like for this example, girls do the wrong thing, that's when it becomes really dangerous. And there was a lot of excuses given where it was, I know why it was done. A lot of it was out of jealousy and stuff because of money, which is, seriously, go and find your own fucking customers and, don't try and ruin someone's life. But yeah, it was fucking crazy. It was wild. It was real bad. That's really the only worst, probably terrible experience I would have in that aspect. If you're working with women that you're friends with or whatever it may be, your personal life is your personal life. Don't bring that shit to work. Don't go saying stuff to customers because you feel bad that he's getting played. Brother, do you feel bad for every person that you dance for and take their money? Do you feel bad for every customer that comes into the strip club? Like, you would have been in the industry and you'd be broke if that was the case. Like, don't give me piss-ass excuses.
It's one of the first things that customers say as well. They're always like kind of wondering if we're all so bitchy, we're all so jealous of each other, because that's like one of the first things a customer will ask me. They'll be like, "Are you guys all friends?" Yeah. But yeah, it is like pretty prevalent, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, unfortunately. And I just think if you've got the wrong intentions, get out of the industry. Don't ruin it for someone else, because you have no idea what repercussions your actions or what you say or what you do is going to have on someone else's life.
Yeah, you know, that's dangerous, babe.
And I think working in the industry, it's already hard enough for us as it is. Why are we all playing each other off against each other? We should be uplifting. We should be working together.
Absolutely.
You know, there's no room for bullshit in this industry. We put up with a lot of shit on a daily basis. We put up with assaults. We put up with stalking. We put up with bad behavior. We put up with boundary pushing. You know, we put up with a lot of shit. There's no reason for other women to contribute to that out of jealousy or for whatever reason it may be. It's just, it's not a thing that I stand for in this industry.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of it happen from my time. I'm probably sure you've seen a lot of it happen as well. And it's always my pet hate. It's like, just don't do it. If that's what you're going to be like, find something else. This industry ain't for you, because we don't have space for you here.
Yeah.
Literally.
And about mindset, you don't make money because customers can see that. They can smell it. The ones that pure intentions make the most money in this industry. Yeah. Are you rich or you're going to like stab someone in the back? You're not going to go very far. And then you go,
Why aren't I getting jobs? Why aren't I making money? In the mirror itself, you're the comments combinator.
oh, it's so true though.
Yeah, that's real bad. Like, there's so many highs in the industry and a lot of lows, but I feel like sort of everyone has got the same lows. Like, I'm not going to speak for everyone, but I sort of feel like everything negative that can come out of industry is probably sort of around the same consensus of information. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's like, there's girls that are getting on drugs. There's girls that are not sleeping. There's girls that are like not making enough money. And then like, I feel like with women, sometimes when money comes into the picture, it gets so greedy. Like, we step in Redora when we, you know, actually made an agency so much.
Yeah, I was all younger and prettier and a threat and money. People liked us, and then they didn't have that anymore because they were older. And it's just, then they get jealous and but at least we've got good women in the industry, and I find the topless waitressing side of it is less drama with this whole year, especially. Like, it's been really good. So yeah.
And Roxy, your story? I have this one customer that I met him one time, and then he went away for 6 weeks, and then he came back. He's like, "Hi, do you remember me?" And I was like, "Yeah, of course." I didn't really remember him. And then we had a dance, and he's like, "Yeah, I've been away for the last 6 weeks." I was like, "Oh, how's it been?" He's like, "Yeah, good. Like, you've been on my mind this whole time. Like, I can't stop thinking about you." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's so sweet." And then he ended up admitting that he'd actually been in the psych ward for the last 6 weeks. And he'd been thinking about me nonstop for 6 weeks in a room by himself with nothing else to Jesus. He like wouldn't stop coming into the club. He wouldn't let me hustle customers. He would physically drag my hand away from customers that I was hustling there. Like, he got obsessed. And then he'd wait outside the club for me as well. So it just got really bad. I had to like kick him out, and then they had to ban him.
Oh, have you heard from him at all?
I saw him in the club like probably about 3 months ago.
Yeah.
But I just ran off. So yes, got him back in. But yeah, I just ran off. Because I'm like just
Excited.
yeah. Too much of a girlfriend experience, that one. He was definitely going to the psych ward before that. I think he was having this last hurrah before his parents put him like to get some help, which like total split. His mum would drop him off to the strip club and then pick him up afterwards.
How old was this man? He was like 26.
Yeah.
But I think like he lived at home. Like, he obviously like wasn't all there. So
I mean, like, I'm very sympathetic for that because like, you can't help it. Like, I just don't think he got it. Like, he did. Yeah, you stay in the social cues. Yeah.
he didn't have like a normal functioning brain. Like, I get it. But it was obviously putting my life at risk.
Yeah, I didn't know what his intentions were. Because sometimes guys can be like, "Oh, I can't have you, no one can," and then you just never know what's gonna happen. So that was pretty scary. But yeah, just bad experiences would be just customers taking the relationship too far. Like, you know, like it's no longer a fantasy. They actually believe that you're in love with them. It always gets a bit. We've all had a few of those in our life, but I reckon that's definitely like where it gets it's no longer a fun drug. It's actually like, oh my god, this is actually a bit creepy now.
Yeah.
And I'd hate that there'll be some men out there that go, you put yourself in that situation like that.
Spit through bleeding.
Yeah, I love it when you say that. It's a job. The guys take it too far. It's like becoming like, well, what were you wearing? Well, I'm YouTube. They'd last now. Like, you really need to say, like, this guy's in a fucking sideboard. Like, there's clearly something not okay with this.
Yeah.
I always say to them, I'm always like, if they like go to break the rules or if they do some dumb crazy shit like that, it's like, would you do that to a normal person on the street? No, because you'll be in jail. Yeah, he'll be done. So just because we work in a strip club and this is our job, it doesn't make it okay. There's still rules, and this behaviour is not acceptable.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
Exotic and shame.
Yeah, it's so funny how like the lines get so blurred. Like I literally use the reference of like, would you ask like a carpenter to do your plumbing? No. Like, would you ask a topless waitress to do full service?
Yesterday we were giving out flyers and the girls gave it up to one. One of the guys knew you, but then the other guy goes, oh, you're all just hookers, yeah? I said, she's like, no, we're waitresses. And goes, yeah, but you're hook. Like, oh my God. And we were just like, what the fuck?
Who still uses the word hookers?
I don't know.
Like when guys call you strippers?
Yeah.
Dance.
There is a difference, men. Please learn it.
Topless waitresses, dancers. Is strippers more strip show? Is that even classed?
I feel like everyone's going to have a different opinion. For me, I would, if I'm working in the club, I'd say I'm a stripper. If I'm waitressing, I'd say I'm a waitress. Because not all waitresses are strippers.
So true.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Waitresses are there to be topless or whatever the client decides to, whatever package they decide to book. And they're there to waitress. They're there to look after the group, whereas strippers are there to do dancers. They're there to do shows. Like, that's it. You're not getting, we're going to bring you drinks. It's different. Like, the job role, the job description is totally different.
And so true. I think that's very true. When we've done some jobs, I've witnessed strippers and just topless waitresses, and it's different vibes. Like, the girls who work from the clubs will be more doing dances and that side of things, and then the other girls will be more serving jazz.
And it's so different, like how much different states in Australia like differentiate from each other. Like you work in Perth. I feel like the hustle and everything is so different. I did a fly-in, fly-out in Queensland recently, and the girls, I was just sitting back and watching the girls. They brought their own Uno cards. Like they were like really friendly with the customers, whereas like in Melbourne, it's a little bit more, let's get it going. That having dances. What's it like in Perth?
So Perth's a lot slower. So the clubs over there, for example, are a lot smaller. So it's, if you get that customer come in, try and keep them as long as you can. It is a longer hustle sometimes. Sometimes it's not. But I think in Melbourne, it's a lot quicker for us because we've got the foot traffic. Yep. We have thousands of people that come through a night. We're in some clubs, you know, in different states, like in Perth, we might not get that many. We might get like 100 or not even, like, you know, and the roster's a lot smaller. The club's a lot smaller. And a lot of the men that go there prefer like a more intimate experience. Like they're more than happy to book the whole night with one girl. Whereas in Melbourne, they're like, okay, I'm going to do like 10 short dances with 10 girls because there's the number.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, in Melbourne, you're always going to find someone else to go and hustle. There's always someone else. We're in smaller states or smaller clubs, there might not be. So it's like, keep that person as long as you can because you might not get another one.
Yeah. And you guys have like all the skimpy bars and stuff. I hear it might be a bit glamorized, but I hear that Perth's just got so much money going through it because of all the mining and everything.
I've only been there since March, so I can't speak for what it used to be like. I work in a club over there, but I also do like some skimpy shifts. It's very different. It's extremely different. Lighter. Skimpy, all the places that do skimpies, they're like different venues. They could be like pub hotels, like they could be all sorts. But you're physically working behind the bar. Like majority of the time you're in like a little cute costume or in a bikini. And you're literally serving drinks. Like you need to have your RSA and everything. Technically you're an employee working at a bar, but you just are hot. And then you'll do like a jug run. Yeah. Well, you do a jug run. And it's, you go on the floor and you ask the guy for tips and then you do like a strip down. So if you're in like a bikini or a costume, you'll go down to like a little bikini, or you'll take the costume off and go into a bikini, just depending, because they've all got different licensing. There's some that do allow topless, like you start in lingerie and then you go down to topless, but you're not allowed to work behind the bar at all. You have to be on the floor entertaining.
Okay.
So you get paid an hourly rate to be there, and then whatever you make on tips when you do like a your job run or whatever it is, and they've always got like games or something you can play or whatever to get tips. Like a lot of girls over there have like merch, like bottle openers and straws and all sorts of shit, and like customers can buy those too. I feel like because everything over there is there's a lot of freelance, it's good to get your name out there, and it's good to meet clients and stuff like that.
Yeah.
For me personally, they're not something I do all the time. I would only really do if it's been quite weak in the club, or if I'm doing it with a girl and she goes, hey, like, do you want to do this one this week? Like, I went down south for 3 days to the middle of buttfuck nowhere and did it for 3 days, and I made like good money, more than what we thought we were going to make. But yeah, I think with them saying, oh my God, the mines, there's so much money, blah, 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 blah. There is a lot of miners that we have come through. They're always rotating because they're all on different rosters. They do have money to spend, but it's not like every night there's going to be all these FIFO guys and they're all going to spend exorbitant amounts of money. It's not the case. Like, I've got 3 regulars that are FIFO. You know, some I see every 2-3 weeks. Some I don't see for 2 months because their rosters are just, you know, we're just depends. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You have to know Skimpy Bar in Adelaide. That's what they had. So
I haven't been there.
Don't go.
Yeah, do you know what? And the red dust and the heat, and that's just not for me.
Hey, there was so some girls from Adelaide. This girl sent some girls there, and she saw a customer take a shit on the floor. Portal. In a bar. Yeah, in the bar.
Have you?
Yeah. So I wouldn't do that one. That was female. It's a female.
A female customer
Took a shit on the floor. How dare she?
It was brand new too.
Shit on the floor.
That, like, literally, you go topless and you just put your stuff in the bathroom because you don't think anyone's going to go in there, and they just say, just put it in the bathroom. Had my phone there, my bra there, my vape there, and I was gone on the floor for 10, 15 minutes, and she was coming out, this old FIFO chick was coming out, and she was being real weird around the door, and I couldn't get in the door, and I opened it, and then all my shit had been moved, my vape was gone. I was like, my vape's missing. She was so drunk, she goes, you shouldn't keep your stuff in there because people are going to steal it. And then I was like, what the fuck? And then I knew it was her because she like instantly tried to change the subject. She goes, can I take a photo of you, please? Like, the guys on site will love to see you. I said, no. So can I have my mate back? She goes, oh, I don't have it. But we watched the security camera footage and it was her that took it, but we couldn't like do anything. I'm like, just don't touch my shit. Just don't touch us though. I did.
It's the thing with vape.
I didn't.
Well, sure, like so many vapes get shared around it.
Yeah, that's it. I know. She wasn't even out of the bathroom yet, so I knew she hadn't like puffed it. But I was like, yeah, you're gross.
She would instantly puff it. I just think,
just don't do it. Like,
you girls have been in the industry for a little bit now. What do you reckon your main takeaway from this industry is? Good or bad?
Just people skills. Yeah, how important that is in like every way in life. It's a communication that you will learn through this industry that you won't be able to learn anywhere else, I believe. Like, I've met 100,000 people. Who could say that? So that's really important. Money management, learning boundaries, all that sort of stuff. I think there's a lot that you learn in this industry that people don't acknowledge.
yeah, I agree. And you meet so many different types of people. You never know who you're going to meet. Sometimes those people can offer you stuff, especially in the club. You know, you might meet millionaires or billionaires. Like, one of my girlfriends on the weekend in Adelaide met like this billionaire dude, and like they were Googling him and shit. And it was like, wow, like you just never know who you're going to meet. And I think it's, you know, taking stuff on from customers, like not the dickheads, but the ones that actually are normal people. Like, a lot of customers can actually offer you things. Sometimes they offer you good advice, like financial skills. But yeah, and I think you learn a lot of confidence in this industry. You learn a lot of like how to deal with conflict. You know, there's a lot of things that you do learn, but it's not things you think of on a daily basis. But then you're like, oh, actually, I have learnt that. I've learned how to be financially independent. I've learned how to, you know, deal with people that are crossing my boundaries or are doing the wrong thing, you know? Like, I feel like you're always learning something, which is nice.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's always a challenge.
So we always ask, what's something that no one knows about you? It doesn't mean to be sexual or topic related, just...
you trying to give me something, I'm like, actually, no, yeah, I've got really bad ADHD and dyslexia, so I can't read.
I can't focus on a book and I can't see the pages properly, so I'm very visual.
Yeah.
Visual. I love business, so like I think that I could like sit down and read. I'm very much a problem solver.
Yeah.
And I'm really solve a problem in a book, like it's kind of given to you in a way. That's why I like books. I have maths over reading, but yeah, I've never read a book before.
So I never thought that I would be a dancer. It just never, I had like major confidence issues when I was younger because I used to get picked on a lot, and now fuck you guys because I'm hot. But I am actually like a baker by trade. Like I used to own a cafe. Like I was very much into like hospo, into food and stuff. Yeah, I'm a real good cook. That's my advice. A hostess, yeah, if you will. But yeah, like I'm very good at like baking and stuff like that.
Oh.
So if you want a sweet snack, you else?
Amazing.
Thank you, ladies, for sharing. Thank you for having us.
That's okay. Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Wishing you a Merry Christmas from all the NB girls, and we will see you on the next episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.